And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals, a grand finale here of Sparkling Tuna Cup number 40, the final Sparkling Tuna Cup of the year. It all ends here, and it's been an amazing year of StarCraft. It's been a lot of fun. It's been beautiful just being able to, cover, all these regions coming together here from Europe, from North America, from Southeast Asia as well, facing off here against each other, and we have an all-C finals. It is going to be a TVP, and if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Also, I should quickly mention as well, I should have mentioned this earlier, if you want to help support this tournament series, if you want to help support this tournament specifically, ! Matcherino in the chat if you want to help fund this event, or Patreon as well. Patreon is another way to pull that off as well. Predictions open. Predictions are open, and we are diving on into this. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hecate, we have our South Korean Terran player living in the land of Japan, representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Taiwanese Protoss. Ooh, getting eBay blocked. The blue Protoss player representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. Here we go. Again, with this eBay block, we've seen this before. We are trying to force out an unnatural natural out of Nice. He has not seen it, but he's going for a proxy of his own. So quite an aggressive variation here from Nice. We've mentioned this before because of this eBay block. We're going for a single gas opener, yes, but we're going for a faster factory. This should be leading into Cyclones and into Hellions, just like we saw earlier. Exclamation mark Patreon. But yeah, if you want to help support this tournament as well, Patreon is the place to do it. Patreon, you can fund not just Sparkling Tuna Cup, but also Grand Finals Open, as well as Tenacious Turtle Tussle as well. We do host 3 events on a bi-weekly basis, and you can help fund us over on Patreon if you are interested. Otherwise, we're getting into this. We're diving on in. HonMonO going for a bit of a scout here towards his linear third base, soon to be triangular third. Meanwhile, we have proxied a Stargate, looking to try and wreak havoc here. This is a proxy pylon with a shield battery. Are we going for a Void Ray? Mate, are we going proxy Void Ray of all things? I mean, I can see it happening. Do we throw down the shield battery? We do. Shield batteries are on the way. You thought this build was dead. It is not. But I don't know how I feel about this, because we are rushing into double Cyclone production. And Nice should be aware of this. Yeah, we have the add-on top. Cyclones are on the way. This is going to be tough. We'll see if we can pull this off. So it's a bit of a give and take here. As Yedept does get in, it does confirm the reactor on the factory, as I saw the factory building earlier. He may think it's Hellion, but again, it is Cyclone. So we will have some anti-air to defend. Cyclones have got a lot of DPS. And we check. We do check. We do come across those shield batteries already, and one of them is going to be focused down. Yeah, we have run out of energy already at this point. HonMonO really stopping this before we can really get going. Oh my god, we're even within range. The other shield battery. Void Ray rocks up, but again, it's just going to be bullied back. The Cyclones, they do reign supreme here. Yeah, and we can see Nice is trying to transition. This is a late expansion from Nice. Very late, and yeah, this proxy just has not been worth it. It has fallen on its face, and Nice is racing back home. Not like this. Yeah, we got a safety shield battery on the way. Now, thankfully for Nice, this is still one base play. It's a 1-1-1. This is this is quickly becoming a one base all in. This is gonna get a little bit chaotic here. There's still no natural base. We went straight for the starport instead. Viking production is underway. Continuing Cyclone and Marine production, and I am concerned. Stargate does get found out. Tank is on the way. Behind this, Nice gonna have to try to hold on and defend here. He has yet to determine whether or not there is a starport or a CC. Just now scouting. Very important scout here from Nice. He needs to figure out what the hell is going on. And it looks like he will be able to slip into that natural. Does confirm the lack of CC, at least in the natural race. The boys are being pulled, and we see the lack of saturation. Yeah, we should notice. Hold up. Your SCVs are missing. Where are they? We're moving out. One base all in here from HonMonO. Nice. Can we survive? Shield batteries are on the way. Shield batteries are on the way. We have the Cyclones coming in from left-hand side as well. We have the high ground. Oh no. We get the lock-on as well. Stalker does go down, but the Cyclones were zoned away. Sapphire good kiting from Nice. Focusing down whatever he can. Tank is sieging. Yeah, we're focusing down the Cyclones one after the other. We're down to 1. We're down to 0 Void Rays. The tank will survive. We shut down the army. And Nice, he barely has anything left. He does pull back to the safety of his shield batteries. Does have the overcharge. But we have 2 Stalkers. 2 Stalkers remaining. 3 gateways here. Ay. And we're diving on the tank, but it's not going to be enough. The tank is going to stand strong, and HonMonO cleans up the army. GG gets called. HonMonO taking game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. I'm pretty sure Nice was hoping that HonMonO was going Hellion first instead of Cyclone. I'm pretty sure that's kind of the rationale behind going for the proxy Void Ray. But alas, did not work out in the end. Was not able to pull that off, and with that, GG. GG, well played. HonMonO does take that first game. Now we're going to be easing into game number 2. Again, basically, with the failed proxy, like, Nice was pretty far behind from that point. Again, that's whether we would have gone for a Robo or a Twilight Council, that the money that would have been investing there was invested into the Stargate and those Void Rays. It just was not worth it in the end. Did delay the rest of the tech, did delay everything else, and HonMonO took the win. Took to win that first game, but it's a best of 5 series here. This could still go either way. I want to believe. I do want to believe. So we're getting into game number 2. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Golden Aura, we have. Oh my god. I'm fighting back to sneeze. Okay, we good. Okay. We have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Hyper 1, living in the land of Japan, leading the series 1-0. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss, the Blue Protoss, representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Nice. We go once again, the SCV rushing across the map looking for an eBay block, and can we get it going again 2 games in a row? Sorry, I'm just dying. Suddenly I'm just being attacked by sneezes. But yeah, we're getting into this. We do have the eBay once again. Nice does not check the low ground. He does not see this, which means this eBay will get up to close to completing, which means Nice is going to be forced to expand elsewhere once again. And this is dangerous. On a map like Golden Aura, we don't want to take another expansion like this because the rush distance by ground is actually quite short. We're going for the triangular third, and HonMonO is going to deny it. Yeah, as the SCV is in position, delaying that base even further here, forcing Nice to expand elsewhere, taking the linear third base here instead. And behind this, it's gonna be a single gas opener into a factory. Factory is on the way. Same build. This is the same build as game 1 here in game 2. I say same build, same opener. Maybe that's a better way to put it, because last game this led into a 1-base all-in. This doesn't have to lead into a 1-base all-in 2 games in a row. This could just be factory into Cyclones into CC on the low ground. But there's that add-on swap, and again, Cyclones should be on the horizon. Once again, it's going to be a Stargate opener from Nice. And now this should not be Void Rays, this should be Oracles and Phoenixes. We mentioned this before in the Cristiano series about how ideally you do want to use these Skytoss units to defend, just because these 2 units are very maneuverable. And Cristiano did an amazing job defending. Remember, he had a stage strap in the main base, he had a shield battery here out on at the natural. And Cristiano was able to defend against the first wave. He just wasn't ready for the boys being pulled in the all-in. Like that's what killed Cristiano. Not the opener, but the follow-up. Meanwhile, the Adept commits to the Shade, which means we get extra vision, and the Adept does scout the natural base. Does scout the CC. Is aware. HonMonO is going to be pushing out. Is going to be raised, and we are getting into a very similar site. This is the build against Cristiano. It was on Hecate. It was again a Rax into Factory into Expand into 3 Rax setup. If you remember, against Cristiano, HonMonO did not throw down a starport. He built himself up, went up to, I think it was 2 tanks. It was 2 tanks, mass bio, pull the boys on 2 bases. Now, we'll see if we can go that far, or we'll see if we throw down a starport. Like, we have options here for HonMonO. He can deviate. As the Adept is being as annoying as possible, delaying the expansion. Right under that CC, forcing the Cyclones back home. Delaying the push even further. Nice, he has 1 shield battery done. He has a 2nd shield battery here as well. We do have defensive Void Rays. I do think this is a wise choice. Void Rays, they have their place in this matchup, and they're usually defensive. I mean, we can cheese and proxy them as we saw previously, but yeah, they're kind of like a good anchor point here to try to hold on to these bases. We'll see if we can pull it off. We have Cyclones getting ready to dive into the main. We have we have Hellions getting ready to dive into the main. We have Cyclones looking to distract the army here at the 3rd. There we go, pulling that Void Ray a little bit further back. 1 Cyclone goes down. Big pick off at the same time. Here come those Hellions. They go. Oh, they threaten the natural. They do not go into the main base. Adepts were in position. And nice. He holds beautifully. He doesn't lose anything. He lost 1 Adept earlier, but yeah, he holds on to his main. He protects his natural. Doesn't lose any workers. A much, much cleaner defense this time from Nice. But behind this, we're still building ourselves up. Now, we do have an NGBA on the way. This is going to be for +1. Stim is on the horizon as well. I imagine combat shields thereafter. Hellions are pushing out. And do we find a way in? We do not. We will retreat. But basically, what I'm looking for is a starport. If we don't see a starport soon, then this is going to be a 2-base all-in from HonMonO. I have a hard time really saying that, though, because of the eBay. Like, the eBay gives us mixed signals. We should be starting +1, right? Otherwise, why throw it down? And if we're starting +1, that means we're going for a later push. And there it is. +1 has commenced. It's a ways away. We shouldn't be pushing without it, so... Starport? Medivacs? Oh my god, as the Hellions, they do find the way in. No shot! They get in, they scout the bay, and they will soon scout the fleet beacon? Question mark? Nice, where are we going? Where are you taking us? Let me out of the car. Are we rushing into a fast mothership? Meanwhile, upon seeing the fleet beacon, we're pushing out, we're pulling the boys. We are not hitting. This is why I was so confused. I'm like, why are we starting +1 if we're going for a 2-base all-in? I don't know, but +1 is on the way, and we are going for a 2-base all-in. Maybe reactively upon seeing the fleet beacon, HonMonO, he's like, mate, you're trying to take up against me? You're crazy. And you're not wrong. Nice is crazy. And here we go. We have pulled the trigger. We're going for a Tempest rush. Tempests are on the way. Tanks looking to lay siege on this army. Massive tank volley is going up on this army. Oh my god. The tanks are going ham. The ground army is crumbling. We can turn back around. We deal with the Phoenixes, and it looks like HonMonO has too much. There's 1 Colossus that comes out, but we can stim on top of it. The Colossus will go down. Just barely. It survives. The shield battery barely keeps alive. It got so many swipes in. Oh my god. It goes down. Good target firing from the tanks. Tanks did focus down at that Colossus. The Tempest arrives. Can we hold? The mineral line is safe and sound. We haven't lost any workers. We lost 3 probes. The Void Ray cleans up the Marines. The Tempest arrives in time to clean up the tanks as well. And Nice holds with 2 units, with 1 Tempest and 1 Void Ray. And HonMonO lost everything. He lost how many SCVs? 15. He pulled the boys, lost 15 workers, and he was all in. His economy is non-existent. He's going double starport to react to respond with Viking production. But nice. He's looking good. I thought he was dead, and he almost did die. The saving grace here was the Colossus. That Colossus coming out, swiped and killed, I think, like, over 10 Marines on its own. That one Colossus that was able to barely survive a little bit longer cleaned up the Marine counts. And just like that, nice. He's in the driver's seat. He's in this. Let's go. As HonMonO is going for a second push, but he's spotted by the observer. Nice, sees all, he knows all. He's in position, and here come the Tempest. Good scan there from HonMonO. Does shut down the observer. Behind this, getting to quadruple Viking production. 4 Vikings at a time. We do need the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings are dual purpose. They can take down Tempest, Void Rays, and Colossus as well. So Vikings going to be ideal in this position. Meanwhile, +1 did kick in, by the way. Did happen. Oof. So do zone away those Phoenixes. To zone them away. Here we go. We're going for another push. The second 2-base all-in of the game. Unfortunately, we don't really have too many SCVs to pull this time, so the boys are going to stay at home, and we're moving out. We are committing. HonMonO still, yeah, just very much so. Has to trade with the army. Is taking a 3rd CC behind this on location. But is it going to be enough? We take down 2 of those adepts. Tempest do force HonMonO back. And we're throwing down 2 more Stargates. Stargates are finishing up. We have Phoenix Range on the way. Anion Pulse Crystals. Okay, we're going from Tempest into Phoenixes. Oof. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. I don't think I'm fond of the Phoenix choice here, but we are committing. Here we go. HonMonO trying to get in position. Those are some big swipes from the Colossus. Colossus swipes. Yeah, we do go ham here on the tanks. The Vikings trying to break through, trying to get on top of the Colossus as well. But we barely cannot. The final tank goes down. Only Marines and Vikings are left, and we just don't have any pushing power. Yeah, we have to retreat. There's no way to break this. There's no way to break this position. HonMonO does pull back, but he is getting his next base up and running. He's getting to a 3rd starport. 3rd starport is on the way. Meanwhile, big shout out to Jadolf in the chat. Thank you so much for resubscribing. 25 months. Over 2 years. Over 2 years of support. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, Jadolf. I always appreciate it. Always appreciate it, Poppy. Hope you had a great stream. I was tuning in earlier. I saw you playing Bio for the first time on stream earlier today. Good job. I hope you're on the road to recovery, getting out of those nasty mech habits. Esther Jadolf. But much love. Thank you so much for the support. We always appreciate it. Always. As HonMonO, he's going to just back off here and turtle up on 3 bases. Meanwhile, Nias has been refining his army, getting into disruptor production. Disruptors are on the way. Phoenixes continuing to be produced. We have the Temple Archives for Storm, for Archons. Just getting a bit of everything. A bit of a kitchen. This is like an amalgamation of Protoss. This is... yeah. Colossus, Disruptor, Tempest, Phoenix. We have the Void Rays in there as well. There's 1 Void Ray in the middle. Into Archons, High Temple. We're just getting every unit. Unironically, we're just getting a bit of everything. Go up with a massive amount of Vikings. They catch the Phoenixes. 2 Phoenixes go down. How many Vikings do we have? 16. 16 Vikings. Pull anti-air. We pull a couple of boys to repair, to throw down some bunkers. Maybe throw down some turrets. To help support. There we go. Turrets are on the way. Well, I don't know if we have an answer to all these Vikings. We have to zone them away with the Archons. And here we go. Nova's going to be going off. Big connection there on the Marines. Another Nova. Takes down the tank. Marines are going down. The Vikings, they go ham with the Colossus, though. Every single Colossus goes down. We're down to 2 Tempest remaining. Barely any Phoenixes. What about the ground army? The Marines. The Marines are falling to the Zealots at the same time. Those Vikings, they can barely not break through the overcharge, keeping the Tempest alive. And Nice will win the fight. He's going for a big counterattack at the same time. Prism into the main base. We have Vikings to zone away the Prism. The Vikings, they can do everything. But they can't be everywhere at once. As they'll say, get into the mineral line. 7, 8 SCVs, 9 SCVs go down. The Vikings forced to land. Tempest just going ham here on this. And it looks like we have broken our opponent. GG gets called. Nice will tie up the series 1-1. GG. GG, well played. We have a series on our hands. We have a series. Nice. Will tie it up. And we have a back and forth. We do have a back and forth here ready for us. I'm loving it. Remember, it's a best of 5. It is a best of 5. We have at least 2 more games ahead of us. At least 2 more. Hopefully 3 more. As Nice does survive the 2-base all-in of HonMonO. And the second 2-base all-in as well. Did survive both in a very unorthodox fashion. Rushing into a fleet beacon, rushing into Tempest. And it was barely enough to hold on. Did survive, and after he survived, he thrived. GG. See the chat. First time I ever played Bio. Glad you caught it, like, yeah. I'm glad I was there for it. The birth of a gamer. No longer a smoger. Let's go. Good to hear. Good to hear, Jadolf. Good to hear. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just happy to see that it's a back and forth. You know, we're going back and forth here in this series. So love to see it. So we are loading into our next game. So we're going to be loading into Hard Lead for Game 3 to determine who takes the lead. Who will gain that edge? Will it be our Protoss from Taiwan or our Terran from Japan? From Japan. Let's go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Hard Lead, we have the South Korean Terran player living in the land of Japan, representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing Starlight Twinkle from the land of Taiwan. It is Nice. And hello, Mr. SCV. We are not going for an eBay block for the first time this series. No eBay block, instead looking like a proxy Rax. And here comes a second SCV. Okay, you have my attention. I thought it was going to be 1 Rax back at home and 1 Rax across the map, but no, it is going to be a proxy 2 Rax. Scratch that. Proxy 3 Rax. Oh boy. This is when we see like a 4th SCV move out, and it's like, what? But it should be 3 Raxes here from HonMonO. Should be 3 Rax Mass Marine as we are going gasless back at home. So just pure Marine here from HonMonO. Bunkers alongside them as well. This is typically a TVZ all-in or TVZ cheese. You don't see this too often against Protoss. Oh, it's right next to the tuna. It's Sparkling. HonMonO's like, keep me safe, tuna. Keep The dong one is real. Harnessing the power of real. We're going up to 4. I mean, this makes sense, right? Like, this is very, like, a proxy 3x is very unorthodox against Protoss. May as well double down. This is an all-in. It's gonna be a proxy 4x from HonMonO. Pure mass marine. Very committed, very all-in. It's all or nothing for HonMonO, and Nice. Can we deal with this? Can we handle the most honorable of honorables? Oh boy. Marines are on the way. So far, Nice is unaware. All he knows is that he didn't get eBay blocked this time, so I'm sure he's feeling happy about that, but there's no probe scout. No probe scout here from Nice. Adept will soon be moving out, but he is in the dark as to what's going on. And HonMonO is about to light up his world. Not in a good way. Ay. Going for a Stargate opener as well. This is ideal for HonMonO, by the way. An Oracle or a Phoenix is not going to help too much at all against this. We need shield batteries. We need a gateway army. Oh boy. And here we go. The boys are being pulled. I said before, Proxy 4X, for those wondering, is all in. It's just all in. The boys are being pulled to help reinforce. It's all or nothing. One way or another, the game will end. HonMonO looking for the kill, and Nice has no idea until now. He gets in. He's like, hold up. Where are you boys? What's going on? He retreats. We need to evacuate the natural. There's no chance. The Adept goes down. Adept does go down. We have to evacuate. We have to try defending the main base instead. The boys have to be pulled. We have a shield runner. We have an overcharge. Void raised all the way. That's Nartosis pylon. Uh-oh. And we're going for the pylon. No, the pylon is not going to go down. We have the overcharge. We do keep it alive, just barely. Probes are going down. The overcharge putting in a lot of work here. And the Void Ray will pop out, but we lose every single worker. 21 dead probes. And was this worth it? The Void Ray does pop out, but to what? Everyone else has died. Everyone else has fallen. We focus on the pylon. Overcharge runs out, and everything gets depowered. And with that, HonMonO has done it. He has overwhelmed Nice. He's down to 2 units. We have 1 Void Ray and 1 Adept. That is all we have left. And now we're down to the 1 Void Ray. Behind this, HonMonO, he has mining, I guess. He has 3 SCVs back at home. The Void Ray trying to kite against these Marines. But these SCVs, they can always just go back home. Yeah, we have mining. We do have mining going on. The battle of 9 Marines and 1 Void Ray. Can we somehow pull this off? Oh, the Void Ray taking some hull damage. No. Oh, yeah, that is damage that will not be repaired. No, as we do overextend in the Void Ray. That's all we have left. That's all we can do. We're on a bit of hopium. On a bit of copium. As the Void Ray should end up falling here. Oh god, the Void Ray falls. GG gets called, and HonMonO will take a lead in this series. GG. GG, well played. Man with gun. The man with gun. A little bit too strong there in that scenario. And yeah, with that, HonMonO does take a lead. 1 game away from becoming this week's champion. Nice. He needs to fight back here and now to tie up the series 2-2. Let's go. Hon macro time? No. No, not yet, Poppy, not yet. Oh. We'll see how this all comes together. HonMonO has to pull out a Cyclone build game 3. Oh, Frost, if only you knew what would come. I haven't seen Proxy 4X in forever. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time. Been a long time. Not really a build you see too often here at this level, just because of how committed it is, how difficult it is to pull off. I'm just looking at chat's reaction. Is this late Wings of Liberty? What year is it, Pat? What year is it? Oh, is this where the copium comes in? HonMonO, he's literally out macroing his opponent. It's hard macro. True. Not wrong. But yeah, again, you know, Nice. He only had that 1 gateway to work with, the 1 Stargate as well. Very late scouts, didn't really recognize what was happening until it was too late, and things snowballed, escalated very quickly, snowballed out of control, and now we're getting into game number 4. Oh boy, it all could end here. It could all be over. So we are loading on in. To potentially the final game of the series. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner. In the bottom right hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Starlight Twinkle. He needs to fight back here and now. He needs to fight back here and now to force that ace match. It is nice. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player representing Team Hyper 1, living in the land of Japan, one game away from becoming the last Tuna Cup champion. This is the last Sparkling Tuna of 2023. It is HonMonO. He's sparkling so much. Can he do it? Can he pull it off? What kind of cheese are we going to go for? That's the real question here. You know, we've seen 1 base all-ins out of HonMonO. We've seen 2 base all-ins. Against Cristiano, we did see a 3 base saturation. We did see that. Even on Goldenora against Nice in a way. Can we see Hon Macro? Is it possible? Will he reveal himself to us? Have we earned that right? Aye, aye, aye. I'm ready for it. As Nice is going to be going for a gate expand into the Cyber Core. Pretty standard opener, and this time we're probe scouting. This is something that we were lacking. Remember, to wind it back to the last game, Nice did not or was not able to probe scout. He chose not to. As a result, that's why he had a very late scout and a very late reaction as to what HonMonO was doing. This time, we're checking. We are checking. As the probe does confirm the CC on the low ground. A very economic opener. It's going to be a Rax expand here from HonMonO. The most standard opener that we've seen so far. The most standard opener that we've seen so far from HonMonO. Let's go. As for now, we're getting into our 3-1-1 setup. Okay, so HonMonO going for an economic standard opener here. Sorry, I was just messaging some people in the chat. Just messaging some people. But yeah, it's going to be going for that 3-1-1 setup here. I'm saying 1-1. I'm assuming we're going to make a starport. But for now, Marines are going to be stimming on forward. And they do catch a Stalker. Aye, aye, aye. Stalker goes out of depth as well. Good trades here from HonMonO. Behind this, we have our tech of choice. It's going to be Blink. So we have Nice getting into a Blink Stalker based opener. We have not just 1, not just 2, but 3 gateways here. It's going to be 3-gate Blink from our Protoss. Not the most aggressive build. Not the most aggressive style here from Nice. It's a way to have a decent kind of unit, have a decent unit count here in the early game, and eventually expand and take that third. That's going to be what Nice does work up towards. And I kind of like Nice's position here. Again, he's going to have a lot of Stalkers, he's going to have Blink to work with as well. Even if HonMonO commits, Nice can meet the army in the center of the map. He can handle himself. He can deal with this. As we get ready for this, a big shout out to Slyhog in the chat. Slyhog 2007. Hey. Gracias, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time. We appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your emotes. Hope you enjoy your replay packs. We do send out replays to our subscribers on a pretty regular basis in our Discord server. So you can join our Discord. You can gain access to our replay chat channel. And yeah, you can gain access to replays from events like Sparkling Tuna Cup, like Grand Platypus Ocean, Tenacious Turtle Tussle, Kung Fu Cups as well, and many other events. So yeah, we do give out replays. Last week's community open, the OC King of the Hills, the House Open Cups, the Polish tournaments, plenty of replays. So that is available. Behind this, we are going to be delaying the third base. I assumed it was going to be a 3-gate Blink into a third, but it's 3-gate Blink into a faster Colossus. That is going to be a Bay on the way. Nice is going to be pushing out, threatening that natural base. I still do not see a starport, which means HonMonO is going to be pushing on 2 bases. We've seen this build before. This is the exact same build that he whipped out on Golden Aura. The Stalkers! Ooh, they're getting caught out. Lynx were a little bit too late there, and HonMonO, he's going to be committing. Again, there's no third CC, there's no starport. We're waiting for Stim, and then we're going to be pushing. We're going to be hitting before +1, and I believe we're going to be pulling some boys. Here we go. Again, this seems to be one of HonMonO's favorites. He did this against Cristiano and Nice earlier in this series. So a very committed attack. But again, as I mentioned before, I do like Nice's position here defensively. As he throws down 3 more gates, still not expanding. Nice, he's playing 2 base as well. 2 base versus 2 base. Let's go. Who flinches first? Who is the first to expand? I kind of want Nice to expand. Yeah, there we go. 3rd base is on the way. I do think he can get away with it. I do think he can survive and defend against this push. And the question becomes, as time goes on, the better this is going to be for the Protoss. We have Extendo Lance on the way. We have Colossus production as well. We have to go. Oh, as we almost catch these Stalkers. There we go. The boys have arrived. It is a 2-base all-in from HonMonO, as we have seen many times so far tonight. They're going to be repairing, and we're going to be pushing. But again, this time Nice, he has Blink Stalkers to kite back, to chip away at this army. We have 1, soon to be 2 Colossus. We have a shield battery here at the natural. We may have to give up on the 3rd base, but again, we have the overcharge at the natural as well. Here we go. Can Nice hold on? Can he survive? The pressure is on. We're going to be kiting all the way back here towards that natural base. The Immortal gets locked on, and it does get down. It does go down. Big swipes here from the Colossus. Oh my god, roasting up so many Marines. And again, we should cancel this base. 3rd base is canceled. Nice, waiting for his 2nd Colossus. Again, very patient play from Nice, setting up a surround. Or even catching reinforcements. Speaking of, they're on the way. And HonMonO, a very mature decision he's backing up. He's not committing to the natural. Ooh, those Stalkers, they do take some tank shots to the face, and we're diving. We're diving on forward. A good target firing here on the Colossus. We get 1. 1 Colossus goes down. An overextension from Nice. He had held. He was doing so well. The Colossus, no. We have an overcharge. The Colossus barely does survive. But again, that was a big overextension from Nice. A little bit too confident. We have the scan. Observer goes down. Overcharge does save the Colossus in the end, but it just now runs out. And HonMonO, he doesn't want to turn around. He wants to keep going. There it is. 3rd CC's on the way. Starport as well. HonMonO is transitioning. Nice. Attempting to expand, and now we have a 2nd Colossus. Again, we should be able to hold on to this 3rd base, but it's going to be close. It is going to be close. So we dive on top of the tanks. 1, 2 of them go down. Yeah, without the tanks, there's no backbone to this army. We're trying to dive on top of the Colossus. Can we get 1? We do. Oh my god. We get 1 Colossus, but it's not going to be enough. And Nice, he barely holds on to his 3rd base. Barely does swat this back. And now we need to take stock. Nice, he has 2 base saturation, 45 workers. Remember, Nice did prioritize these additional gateways. He got a delayed 3rd base. He never really got it up and running. He was never able to set up shield batteries here. So HonMonO, he's not in a bad position. He's got an even worker count, plus mules, plus a 3rd base that is soon to be landed on location. Like, this is still anyone's game. Still pretty neck and neck. Pretty neck and neck here. As the Observer is going to be dipping into the main base. Gets eyes on all the production. Nice. He sees all. He knows all. I believe he saw the 3rd. Oh, he hasn't seen the 3rd CC, so he's working with incomplete information. He is moving out with his Stalkers as well as that Colossus drop. Oh my god. As the medevac is going to be focused on. Nice pick off there from Nice. See what I did there? Meanwhile, the Prism gets in. This is a very expensive Prism. We're coming in with the Colossus drop. We cannot afford to lose this. Oh my god. That Prism's so low. At the same time, we dive on top of the tank. And nice, he's pulling HonMonO apart. He gets 4 SCV kills, 5 SCVs, and a tank as well. It's very risky. Again, we're playing on a knife's edge right now. And there we go. Nice, he recalls. Thankfully. Thankfully, there was no Viking. We weren't able to punish that Prism. And here we go. This time we're pushing with Storm. Storm about to finish up nice, moving out with everything he has. How many High Templar? 6 High Templar. And each of them will soon have 1 Storm. So 6 Storms available. Oh, yeah, 6 Storms so far. 4 High Templar in the Prism. We have 2 High Templar on the ground. And there's 1 tank to defend. Remember, 1 tank was sniped earlier. There's only 1 left. Only 1 left, and we can dive on this army. Focus down the tank. Big storms here on the Bio army, and the SCVs. They've pulled into the storms. Everything goes down. The Terran army melts. And nice, snowballs out of control. GG gets called. Nice, ties up the series 2-2. We're going to the ace match. Let's go. All the way to game 5. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to the final game of this series. Let's go. Let us go. Oh boy, we've gone the distance here, and really this is all we wanted. This is all I wanted, at least. A game 5 between HonMonO and Nice, as we are going all the way. Oh. As we hopefully make our way into the lobby. There we go. And game 5 is going to be on Alkyone. Pretty large map. One of the larger maps in the map pool. Now, just because it's a large map doesn't mean we're going to get some macro play here. We could still see some all-ins. We could try to rush into the goal base. That's also a big possibility here for either player. The goal bases can be a big factor of this map. Here we go. I've only been playing 3 weeks. Oh, that's really cool to hear. I always find it really fascinating whenever someone comes in for the first time, or whenever someone's new to the game. I'm sure you're aware, I'm sure everyone listening is aware, but StarCraft is a very old game. It's been around for a very long time. I mean, in a way, there have been some newer iterations, right? Like Wings of Liberty was back in 2010. Then we had Heart of the Swarm, and then we had Legacy of the Void a couple of years after that as well. True, so, you know, it's not, you know, technically Legacy of the Void isn't as old as Wings of Liberty, but, you know, it's all been around for a very long time, and a lot of us have been around since the beginning as well. So always fascinating to see some newer players introduced to the StarCraft esport. I know we got a lot of new people watching during COVID. I know there was like a wave, like a surge of new viewers then, and yeah, really cool to hear whenever that does happen. Regardless, here we go, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alkyone, we have the South Korean Terran player living in the land of Japan, being forced into the ace match, into game 5, representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Taiwanese Protoss, the blue Protoss, representing Starlight Twinkle, forcing the ace match, taking that last game. It is Nice. Huge shout out to Frost, who's been a huge help these last few weeks. Big shout out to Frost. As we do actually mine through these mineral patches. We do threaten to take the gold. Don't quite go for it though. Okay, nice. You're teasing us, Bobby. You're teasing us. Yeah, Frost is a long-time supporter of the channel and a good friend as well. Good friend. Big shout out to Frost. Every now and then, Frost also submits viewer replays, and we do cast her series whenever we can. Do cast some amazing Frost ladder games. I say amazing. You know, sometimes they make me want to, you know, leave. Sometimes the ladder games are a little bit smudged, but no, it's fine. We like it. We like it, Poppy. We like it. It's fine. Este Frost. As Nice is just going to be scouting, a little bit paranoid, did check the right and now the left-hand side before going across the map. So very, very vigilant scouting from Nice. Making sure that everything is on the up and up. Behind this, HonMonO going for a Rax expand into a factory. Again, a very standard, very economic opener here from HonMonO, but didn't go for a Reaper, is going Marine instead. Is going for the Marine instead. Interesting choice. As Nice is going to be sending his adepts across the map to just get some additional scouting information. Again, he already saw the timing of the CC, is aware, and is going to be threatening a dive as well, just trying to get a read on what is going on. Alas, we don't know if there's a 3 Rax behind this or a 3-1-1, as we have seen for the first time this series. A Rax expand into a 1-1-1. This is looking interesting. This could be. I'm curious if we go for an add-on swap into Banshees, or if we commit here to early tank production and go for a tank drop. No, we're going for Widow Mines with a tech lab. Okay. HonMonO, you have my attention. Behind this, we have our... Oh, actually, we're going for a pretty interesting opener. This is a little bit inefficient. Nice is going for 3 gateways before... Or actually, sorry, a Robo opener. Okay. A Robo opener with 3 gateways. This should be leading into a War Prism. Yep, it is going to be a fast Disruptor even. I mean, this should be Colossus, but I wouldn't be opposed to a Disruptor drop-based opener, where we can throw down the Bay, we start up a Prism, we start up the Disruptor thereafter, and we can go for some drops. But no, we're just hyperfixated here on mass observers just to get some vision on the map. Never mind. So yeah, pretty defensive opener. So for those that are curious, kind of the variations that are at play, there's a lot going on actually. There's a lot going on right now that we have to get into. So one, the Robo Opener is very defensive. Why? Because there's no Blink, there's no Phoenixes. Twilight Council into Blink or Stargate into Phoenix production is very commonplace in this matchup to shut down drop play, to shut down Widowmine drops and gain map control and even contain your opponents and threaten the mineral lines of the opponent as well. That's why they're so common. A Robo-based opener is a lot more defensive because we lack map control. We aren't active on the map. We can't chase down these medevacs. That's the downside here. So we're going to be stuck at home. We can start earlier Immortal production. There's that Prism on the way, and we can... That's War Prism speed. This is looking like Disruptors. This is very unorthodox in PvT. Meanwhile, here comes that Mind Drop coming in. Very important here to scout more than anything. We're not really looking for damage. We're looking for scouting information. We do get eyes on the Bay. So we are aware of the Robo Opener, which means we know there's no Blink. We know that there's no Phoenixes. Drop comes in. Oh, God! Oof. 3 probes do go down. Pretty good damage for that mine and really good scouting information. So because that HonMonO, he knows he's pretty safe and sound back at home. He knows that there's no threat of like a Stalker dive into the main or Phoenixes into a mineral line. And it is not going to be Disruptors, but it's a Colossus drop. Nina, is that you? Oh my god, Nice doing his best Nina impression. Australia does this every now and then as well. So we're going for a Colossus drop across the map. Very risky. Very risky. There's a lot of potential with this to deal damage. But a very risky maneuver here. Again, if this Prism goes down, then it can all be over. Now, HonMonO doesn't know this is coming. He saw the researching Robotics Bay. This is true, but he may have thought that it was just going to be Fast Extend Thermal Lance into Colossus production. As we are moving out, third base is on the way behind this. HonMonO going to be pushing here with 3 tanks. We have researched Interference Matrix, which means we have a disable available on this Raven. HonMonO is going to be pushing. Meanwhile, at the same time, Nice coming in on the right-hand side. Going straight for the main base, straight for the economy. We will delay the third, and we will force the army to turn back around. Good damage done here by Nice. Feeding up 3 of those SCVs. Oh, can we get more? They're so juicy. 4 workers go down. We do clean up some of those Marines as well, but we have to back off. There is a Viking. We have to respect the Viking as well. As Nice will retreat. Again, did weave and did keep his Colossus alive. And we're pulling the boys. It's going to be a 2-base all in here from HonMonO. He canceled his third. The third base was canceled. We're doubling down. Nice is expanding. Nice. He believes his opponent is playing macro. Uh-oh. Big disable. But does miss it. He was hoping to disable the Prism before the Colossus got in to lock it outside. We're stimming on forward. Big force fields. We slowed down the army. And the disable did run out. But we have another. We have another disable available. Nice has to be very careful. As HonMonO is slowly pushing forward. +1 is about to kick in. The tanks are getting within range. Are getting within range. Oh! As close as they come in for a surround, we do disable one of them. And the other gets forced back as well. The tank's getting massive volleys off here on the Colossus. It will go down. Big tank shots. But we have reinforcements. The Zealots, they do close the distance. They get on top of the tanks, but is there enough? It looks like there may just barely not be enough. HonMonO, he cleans up the Zealots. He's diving on forward into the Immortal as well. We may have lost 14 SVs, but it doesn't matter because we have broken the army. And HonMonO, has he done it? We have another warp in. We still have that Colossus. And it does recall back home. Is it enough though? The tanks. Oh, they're trying to focus down the Colossus. We can barely get on top of it. Prism goes down. But so do the tanks. And we clean up the Bio army. Just barely. We just barely cleaned it up. We force back HonMonO. And nice, he gets away with his third. Remember, HonMonO canceled his third base. Like, he was committed. He was all in. He pulled the boys. Now, nice. He's ahead in workers. But his army was also reset. He only survived with one Colossus. Just barely. I do want to give the edge to Nice. But if Nice is too greedy, if Nice probes up too much, if he techs up too much, then HonMonO could kill him. Because I don't know if HonMonO is going to invest into a third base. I'm not confident saying that. It's HonMonO. Again, Nice did an amazing job at slowing down the army. Observer rocks up. Checking the main. We're looking for the third CC. We're looking for that command center. And yeah, we do recognize that it's not there. Nowhere to be found. Nice now has a better idea of what's been going on. Behind this, building up his Archon count. Blink is on the way. Charges on. Disruptor production has begun. Very important here. Meanwhile, HonMonO is getting ready for a second all-in. A second wave. This time with Liberators. And without Blink Stalkers, these Libs can be... I mean, they can end the game. Here comes a move that is spotted by the Observer. At the same time, Nice coming in for a backstab. The problem here is that Nice, he is going to be spending supply across the map to force the all-in. But he's already all in. Like, Zealots, they do get dropped in. SCVs are going down. But HonMonO, he doesn't care about his workers back at home. He cares about his workers here on the front lines. Raven is out. We have a disable. Oh, the first lib goes down. Bit of an overextension from HonMonO, losing his first Liberator already. But good snipe there from the Vikings. They take down the Colossus. 21 SCVs have gone down across the map, but we're all in. Show us the Nova. Again, it's on cooldown. Overcharge is popped. Is forced out. These Liberators are going ham. Oh my god. The liberation, the freedom. There's just too much freedom. Nova goes off. The splits are too good. The Nova does not connect. And HonMonO has done it. The first all-in failed, which is why the second succeeded. Again, Nice was ready for this. He fully saturated his third base. He went for the drop across the map, but he had to focus on his defense. He had to focus on his main army, and alas, wasn't able to keep up. HonMonO, he breaks the natural. Blink is done, but too little too late. Nice, he's trying to go for the base trade. Oh. Oh god, a bit of an overextension. But can we pull this off? Can we snipe all these buildings? The orbitals, they're floating away. The orbitals are floating. We're going to be able to shut down one of them, but the other is escaping. Yeah, it's going to be going off. And can we come across this CC? The orbital. We have to deny it. Oh, it's getting away. It's getting away over to the other side of the map. These Raxes are floating away as well. Can Nice pull this off? Novas, they will connect. They only graze the tank. They do not kill it. And you can see HonMonO slowly encroaching upon the main base here of Nice, gaining ground. We can recall here to the safety of the expansion. Of the third. The recall, but we just stim on forward. We dive on top of the arm. We focus down so many disruptors. And what survives? One Stalker. One Stalker survived. Nice lost everything else. Again, a good dive from HonMonO. Now, he starts a Gateway Army, but again, in that recall, nice, he lost his Immortal and his Disruptors. Only a Gateway Army left. HonMonO is just floating to the edge of the map. Nice, he wants to try to catch this army if possible.
Base is under attack.
Let's find an SCV. He's trying to get on top of these tanks as well. He doesn't quite get them, though. Okay, nice. He's got 7 Stalkers and 12 Zealots. Yes, we cover the Prism. A big overextension. The Prism is going to be going down. Oh, my God. He's crazy. And HonMonO, yeah, he's just snowballing out of control. He has double the army supply. He dives onto the last mining base, last bastion of hope here of nice. The boys are being pulled. The Zealots as well. It's all or nothing. We do burn through 2 of those tanks, but there's just too much on the ground. Too much man with gun, and HonMonO has done it. Who needs a third base? Not HonMonO. GG gets called, and HonMonO will take the series 3-2, becoming our final Sparkling Tuna Cup champion of 2023. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to HonMonO here for taking it all, winning it all, and being our final champion of the year. GG. GG, well played. Much love here. Much love to HonMonO. Oh, we do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. And yeah, HonMonO, he did make it all the way. Big shout out to Nice, though. Nice, he made a series out of this. You know, you don't have a good finals and a good champion without a good opponent, without a good nemesis here. And yeah, shout out to Nice. You know, he may not have taken the series, but did make HonMonO work for it, did fight back, did force the ace match, and allowed for beautiful finals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to our 2 players for making it this far, for getting into the money, and for walking away with that prize pool. Again, if you want to support this tournament, there's !Matcherino. There's a command for Matcherino. There's a command for Patreon as well. So you can, of course, get into that. And yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much for everything here, for supporting us for an entire year of Tuna Cups. GG. GG, well played. With that, we are going to be finishing up and wrapping up with our first broadcast, but we have a second broadcast that is going to be starting up. And up next, we have the Euro Cup. Remember, we casted Euro Cup yesterday. We casted most of Euro Cup yesterday, but we still have the semifinals and the finals to go. And yeah, we're going to be heading over to the European server, and we're going to be setting everything up. It's going to take us a little bit, but we're going to be setting everything up here for our next tournament. But again, big shout out to HonMonO, and Nice. Hope everyone enjoyed the Sparkling Tuna Cup, the final one of the year. It's going to be returning in some form next year. I do promise you that. Don't worry. We're going to be coming back in 2024 with some more Tuna Cup action. It's going to be amazing, going to be beautiful. But otherwise, thank you. Thanks so much. I'm going to be restarting the stream. I'm going to be turning the stream off and coming back online in 2 minutes with hopefully some fresh overlays and setting up for our next cast. Again, the Euro Cup finals, it's going to be... Who are our players? Let me just quickly double check. It's going to be Wayne versus Akeron and Shameless versus Art. In the Euro Cup. Best of fives. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Hope everyone had a great time. And again, we're going to be heading off. The stream is going to be going down for only a couple of minutes, and then we're going to be coming back with our next tournament, with our next broadcast, the Euro Cup. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hasta luego. Bye.